Hey guys, welcome to the Penthouse5 Podcast. I'm John Kent, and in this episode, I'm talking all about how to create a promo video for your band on a budget. But before I get into that, let me start with this. If you're into music, if you're a musician, or if you want to learn all about how to work in the music industry as a cover band, function band, and all that good stuff, I'm putting out video after video every single day. But click the subscribe button. Let's get on with the video right now. First of all, before you get started, go grab a bit of paper and a pen, all right, and make some notes whilst you're following along to this video because I really want to help you guys out here. So the first thing you want to do is find a video of a band that have a promo video that you really like, okay? So at least find one, maybe one or two videos, but get that video that you're like, yeah, I really like how this video looks, the overall thing of it, okay? Don't really worry too much about what they're playing, okay, at this point. With your pen and paper, I want you to go through that video that you're inspired by and you want to kind of copy, and I want you to pause it on different shots within that video that you like, okay? So this is a video that I copied when I first started my function band, my covers band, wedding band, all right? This is the first video I copied, all right? I went through every different kind of shot in there and I was like, okay, how are they framing the singer? How are they framing the drummer? How are they framing the guitarist? Whatever instruments are in that band, okay? How are they framing it in the shot? That is when the camera's on them, like where do they fall in place within the shot, okay? I went through each shot, drew a sort of like my own best drawing I could of that image, so I had an idea of how I was going to do it. Or you can at least screenshot those, okay? You can screenshot on your phone, okay, that's it, pause the video, screenshot that video, and that's the image I'm going to try and replicate. So once you've done that, those are all your angles that you are going to try and replicate when you film your promo video, okay? So that's kind of a bit of basic planning done on the shots you're going to get. So the next thing you're going to want to do is find the location that you're going to want to film this promo in, okay? So if you have a studio, like let's say your drummer's garage or something like that where you already practice, then great, use that. The best case scenario after that, and it's still on a budget, is find a cheap rehearsal room. With the second one, you're going to have to pay for that. But let's try and find, Google search around your area, a cheap place that has the cheaper hourly rate. Okay, so that's the best thing you're going to get if you have to pay. The best thing you can do for free is either, if your parents will allow it or someone in your band has that space, then you're good to go. You've got a space to film that promo absolutely free of charge. The next thing you're going to want to do in that space is really think about and plan out how you're going to get that place looking its best. You really want to clear all the space out. So if it's in the garage, let's say, and there's paint cans and things like that in a way, you really want to get rid of all of that, spend like a good hour or whatever it takes to sort of prep the area, even if it's the day before the shoot and stuff. Really prep the area. Again, what we did, we put up big white sheets surrounding the back where the drummer was and then the sides of the wall as well, and those were the only things in shot, so you're only filming like half a room basically. You most likely want white sheets being hung up because that's gonna push you out in front of the image. If you use anything like black or some kind of dark color, that's really gonna probably hide you, and you know, you're not really gonna pop out in front of that back screen sort of thing. Choosing the music you're gonna record. Okay, so for this, you can either do it a few ways. Different bands do it different ways. First way you could do it is play one track. That's what I did for my very first recording with my band. So we chose one of the biggest tracks at the time, which was a track called Attention by Charlie Puth. We played the entire song. We kind of made it our own, and then we just recorded that track. And that was the video we had as our first promo video. The next thing you can do, if you don't want to do a whole track, you can do 30-second segments, maybe of about 3 or 4 songs, maybe a verse and a chorus or a chorus and a verse, right? Of some really upbeat tracks, or maybe a diversification of the genres you're playing. So it might be rock, it might be pop, it might be going into R&B, some stuff like that. But don't be afraid if you just record one really good track. That's going to be enough to get you some work at least. Moving on, now we're going to the audio. You want to go to a studio. This is where you're going to spend your money, okay? If you're making a band promo for your wedding or covers band, something like that, you're going to have to spend on the audio. You can do the visuals on a cheaper budget. Book a studio, find a studio that has either good recommendations, but you can still get decent audio recorded cheap. You're probably going to have to set aside, let's say in the UK, £100 to £200 for all of this. That's real cheap, and that's probably a friend doing it for you as well. All right, if you have a friend who's an audio engineer, even better, really, or find someone who's who is at university and trying to learn this stuff, so they might do it at a discount. They might even do it for free. That would be really great. But there's ways around that. But that's where you want to spend your money, is in the audio part of this. The actual sound that you're getting in this video, you have to go to a studio. I recommend recording the audio first and then playing to that track. Do it that way around. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're all dressed properly, looking good. I'm talking about really looking good. Dressing up however you've designed your band to dress. So it could be like smart casual. It could be a smart shirt and a waistcoat and a tie. But make sure everyone in the band is looking real nice, real clean, real tidy. You spent all the money on the audio and the visuals. You've got to make look as best you can. And that's a big element of it, is how you look, how you're dressed and stuff, how your hair looks and all that stuff. I know my hair looks terrible right now, but we're not talking about me. We're talking about you. All right. So make sure you're dressed real nice, looking fresh, your whole band's looking great, and that's the next step. And then we get on to the final one next. So the last thing is going to be how you light the room. Okay, this can be really simple, and all you need, I would say, 3 lights. Okay, again, I'm referencing my band's video, the very first one we did. Okay, so if we have the drummer at the back of the room and the singer at the front, okay, from the perspective of the camera, we're putting a light right above the singer, okay, so it's sort of flooding the entire band but really getting the singer. The second light is going to be at the back, okay, probably a little bit more dim, but it's going to be, again, focusing light on the entire band. And then maybe one behind the drummer, okay, on the floor, shining up. It's really going to kind of get dimensions of the room and make it a bit more 3-dimensional rather than flat. The lighting aspect is really going to make the visual part of this whole thing pop. It's really 2 things. I would say it's what you're wearing, but the lighting part of it is really going to be important. I would say at least a minimum of 2 lights, one at the front facing the entire band but really getting the singer, and one at the back to make it a bit more 3-dimensional. So the final thing to do in this, making your promo as cheap as you can but making it look real good, is actually filming this. So what you're going to want to do, if you haven't got a decent camera or anything like that, use your phone. If anyone in the band has like the latest iPhone or some kind of phone with like a really incredible camera, that's the phone you're going to want to use. Let's say whatever the track was, it was 130 BPM, okay? Then you don't need to worry about playing to the track. Just make sure the drummer is playing at 130 BPM, okay? So that way the audio and the video are going to sync up no matter where you are. Then you're going to film each individual musician one whole take throughout the entire performance. So I'm talking, if you're doing one track, okay, the phone is set up on a tripod, or someone's holding it still if you haven't got a tripod. I recommend a tripod though, because you can get a really nice steady shot. Shoot the entire song filming the guitarist. Then you're going to stop and then start the song again and record the drummer, and then you're going to record the keyboard player, and then you're going to record the bass player. Whoever's in the band, you're going to get one full take of them, of the entire song. You could do 2 different angles on each person. So there's 4 musicians in the band, like I just said, guitar, bass, drums and keys. You do 2 shots of each of those musicians. You've got 8 shots. So then you're going to get 2 of the singer as well. All right. And again, you're going to follow the shots you've already picked out from the beginning. Now, the next thing to do is get one more shot. You're going to play the entire song again, and the singer is going to turn around and film the entire band for the whole shot. So if there's anything really cool details, like a guitar solo, then the singer might focus more on that. He or she is going to get an overview of the entire band in one shot. Okay. And you might do 2 of those. Maybe one is just rubbish, but you're going to get at least one of those. That's pretty much your promo done. And obviously you just need to put it together and edit. Now that is where hopefully you've got a friend, or again, you can put some money into that, but that is something you can do yourself, and it's quite easy. You just need to figure out the skills. And there's free software to edit videos together, so you really don't need to pay for this. But there are free softwares. I believe there's iMovie, on Mac. You can download stuff like Final Cut. Adobe Premiere is one of the more professional video editing softwares, but there's someone out there you probably know who does a bit of video editing. If someone in your band does it, even better. But there are definitely free software programs on computers and stuff like that, so you can do it. Spend most of the money in the audio recording in the studio. That's where the money's got to be spent, because you've really got to sound good. And that's it. That's how you make a promo video for your band on a budget. But really, if you take anything away from this video, prepare. Write down everything you're going to do, okay? The more preparation you do for this, the better it's going to turn out. Make sure everything that's going to be in shot is looking good, okay? There's not like, some coat hanging up in the back and things like that. Really pay attention to detail. You're going to make your first video the best thing it can be, honestly. I really wish you guys luck. If any of you make videos and you've watched this, please leave a link or send me a link. I would love to watch anything that you guys make. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you guys found this video helpful, I really appreciate you subscribing. I'm trying to put out a video every single day on topics like this that can help you guys either build a function band, improve your function band, or just teach you some things about the music industry in general as a working professional musician. I'll leave it at that, guys. Take care. Penthouse5, go check us out and take it easy. See you on the next one.